Ah, Greece. Land of blue seas, white buildings, heroic legends, and enough philosophers to fill a never-ending podcast. Today we're diving into the epic saga of Greece, a civilization that gave us democracy, drama, the Olympics, and yes, really good salad. Let's rewind the clock, a few thousand years. Long before Athens and Sparta were arguing over who had the better abs, the Minoans were thriving on the island of Crete around 2000 BCE. These folks built massive palaces, loved fancy pottery, and had a thing for bulls. Like, seriously, a lot of bull imagery. Some say they even inspired the legend of the Minotaur, half man, half bull, all nightmare fuel. Then came the Mycenaeans, the mainland warriors who took over after the Minoans declined. They gave us early Greek writing, massive stone walls, and possibly the inspiration for Troy. Yep, Homer's Iliad, based on these guys. Around 1100 BCE, everything went dark, literally. The Mycenaean civilization collapsed, writing disappeared, and people forgot how to build fancy stuff. Historians call it the Greek Dark Ages. Think of it as ancient Greece's version of airplane mode. But don't worry, this was just the calm before the philosophical storm. By 800 BCE, Greece started rebooting itself. City-states, or polis, like Athens, Sparta, and Corinth, popped up all over the place. These weren't just towns. Each had its own government, army, and favorite god. It was like a reality show where everyone wore sandals. Also, this is when the Greeks invented the alphabet, inspired by the Phoenicians, and started writing down epic poems. Cue Homer, dropping bangers like the Iliad and the Odyssey. Now we're in the 5th century BCE, and Greece is on fire. Not literally yet, but culturally. This is the age of democracy in Athens, Socrates annoying people with questions, Plato and Aristotle writing the rule books of Western thought. And of course, tragedies and comedies on stage, because even back then, people loved drama. Oh, and don't forget Sparta, where kids were trained to be warriors from age 7. No iPads, just spears and survival skills. In the early 400 BCE, Persia decided Greece looked like a snack. Cue the Persian Wars. At Marathon, the Athenians pulled off a shocking win. At Thermopylae, 300 Spartans made their epic last stand. At Salamis, the Greek navy sank a bunch of Persian ships. David versus Goliath? Nah, this was sandals versus superpower, and Greece won. After kicking Persia out, Athens entered its golden age. They built the Parthenon, sculpted masterpieces, and came up with philosophy, science, math, and voting people off the island. Literally, ostracism was a thing. If enough people thought you were annoying, you'd get kicked out of Athens for 10 years. Tough crowd. Of course, with all this success, Athens got cocky. Sparta wasn't having it. So began the Peloponnesian War, a brutal 27-year-long clash of titans. Spoiler alert, Sparta wins, but everyone's exhausted. Greece never fully recovers. But don't worry, someone new's about to enter the chat. Enter Alexander the Great, Macedonian prince, military genius, and part-time philosopher. By 20, he's king. By 30, he's conquered more land than anyone else in history, from Greece to Egypt to India. He spreads Greek culture, Hellenism, everywhere he goes. Think, statues, language, cities named Alexandria, lots of them. And then, poof, he dies at 32. No plan, no heir, just a massive empire. And a legacy that lives on to this day. Even after Rome took over, the Greeks never really left. Their ideas in government, art, architecture, philosophy, science, and even sports became the foundation of Western civilization. Every time you vote, ask deep questions, run in a race, or quote Hercules, you're tapping into Greek history. Not bad for a bunch of folks who thought Mount Olympus was a real address. From myth to math, from warriors to wisdom, the story of Greece isn't just ancient history. It's our history. This has been History Snacks. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss more snack-sized stories from the past.